action as well. Absolute Legends. It looks like S7 to us silly people here, but apparently his name is pronounced Stern. So there you have it. It is Stern.
Sure, why not? And I mean, I guess the number 7 is actually pronounced turn in some language.
Yeah.
So it's like the number is actually a series of letters instead.
Probably so.
Yeah. So Stern, we actually have Yeepy attacking first, the other name that we couldn't quite get right. Attacking first for Eclypsia, who does have a 1-game advantage on Absolute Legends. Absolute Legends facing elimination here after coming such a long way from the round of 64.
And we saw that all of the Eclypsia members do have the potential to take an attack round, but that very quick rockets, one each actually from the King, Cephas, and Stern.
Yeah, they're a very sharing team. Sharing is caring. Absolute Legends, you know, giving each of them a chance to land a defensive rocket on Yeepy. But now the King is going to be up first attacking for Absolute Legends. That means he is going to be the 4th attacker as well. That is the very important, coveted first attacker spot. They gave it to the King. Let's see if that's going to work out as he moves forward now on Collided.
That's right, and as we mentioned before, we do have an overview of this map up on our YouTube page, youtube.com/IPL Shootmania. Please do go out there and subscribe to that page, as you'll be able to check a lot of new content that pops up on there every day.
Not to mention the VODs from this very qualifier. All the games that we cast on Monday are already up. You can check out Dignitas versus Gamers League, for example, is a great series, and all of these games will be going up on YouTube later today. So the King is attacking in, hasn't found a defender yet, but he is getting closer to the goal. Cap will be open in just a second. This is going to be really tough coming in from the high ground. If he gets propped up by a rocket, this is going to be really, really scary for him.
Well, the King needs basically dive bomb onto the goal capture point. And there where the prop up happens, he gets eliminated. Again, 1 rocket from each of our players so far. A very nice and sharing and caring of all of our teams.
So symmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute.
All right, so Sheesh is going to be attacking now, and the only thing I can think of is Sheesh Y'all from a web series that I watch called Jake and Amir. But either way, Sheesh will be attacking in now for Eclypsia. We do have the King, Cephas, and S7, Stern, posting up at their normal defensive positions. And this is going to vary a little bit from the previous matches.
Great
Sheesh
shot.
landing a 40-meter hit to start us off, puts him at a very nice position moving in. The King is totally exposed and taken out, and Sheesh could very well take this first attacking round. There he does.
Oh,
wow.
Really well done, and Sheesh lands that quick round, as you mentioned. Very, very nice job. Each of his oddly symmetrical shots as well. Had a 40-meter shot, then a 30-meter shot, then a 20-meter shot. But
this game is, like, really clean as far as the shots and the defensive rockets. But either way, we have Cephas attacking them now for Absolute Legends. I think he did have 2 successful attacking rounds on Archways. He had at least one to get us started. So let's see if he can keep that streak alive. He actually had some of the better defensive rockets as well, if I remember correctly. So he's going to come in now. This is the map Collided. There are a lot of fences for defenders to post up at the beginning part of this map, but there's tons of archways and platforms and all kinds of things to hop around on for attackers to try and lose the defenders as well.
Cephas was actually the first person to take an attack round, but Eclypsia took 2 in a row to come back. A horn goes off there.
It scared him.
Not really sure what that was all about.
He was trying to ping him, probably. If you ping the sky, that's actually how you use the horn.
That's true, you're right.
And because Cephas was on the higher ground, he may have just missed the ping and sounded the horn. But Cephas is on fire. 2 shots already. If he can land the 3rd, it will actually bring stability back to this. Only 1 armor left, though.
And he can't land the shot, so that's it. And Cephas goes down, a 3-1 advantage for Eclypsia at the moment.
Wow, Eclypsia has to be thrilled that Cephas didn't get onto the goal in time. That's actually one of the rarer endings for an attacking round, is to have time actually run out. Usually someone's going to die or the goal will get capped. But that can be really frustrating as an attacker, to not be able to kill that last defender and not be able to cap the goal. So Cephas could be down in the dumps during this defending round. He will need to continue to focus. So Lycaeum is the one that won the first map for Eclypsia right at the very end with that successful attacking round, but he only has 1 armor now.
Yeah, Stern with 2 good defensive rockets and a good prediction rocket from Cephas, and that is a round back for Absolute Legends. They needed that to kind of staunch the bleeding for a bit, but now they need Stern to step up and take a big attack round right now.
Yeah, or later.
Now would be
now?
better.
Okay, now.
Yes.
So Stern, if he can do it now, sure, that's good. Later, if he feels like it, but we'll see. We'll see what he's favoring now as he moves forward through the spam field. All the various angles of fiery basketballs coming past his head. Absolute legend Stern moving forward. This is actually already past the usual defensive positions that we see on this map. So he's actually going to figure out which route he wants to go with. Oh wow! Didn't expect a defender in there. Neither did Stern. He did not land the shot. 2 armors left. 1 armor, no armor as he gets rushed down in the cage.
That's right. Another horn goes off as well. I don't know. I like customized horns. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're fun for individuality and things like that. We often hear tune-knock tune.
Yeah.
In our own games.
And Call Me Maybe.
Yes, that's true.
I'm still a fan. I haven't actually done it yet, but I really liked my idea when we first started playing and realized that you could make your own horn. In Royal, it's a free-for-all, and right at the end, things get very tense. I want to make my horn the sound of a rocket going past right next to you. So if you just if you're not close to the goal and something's happening, you can just sound the horn, and everyone will freak out a little bit and maybe make them on edge. But GEP actually landing another 41-meter shot. Only 2 defenders remaining, 3 armor still. Eclypsia looking in good shape to not only win the map, but win the series here against Absolute Legends.
He almost hits the shot on Cephas as well. Cephas really has to watch out and make sure he's going to be secure coming up. Oh, exposed once again, but EP doesn't have a clear shot. Can't fire directly underneath him. He's going to start assaulting right now. The King has gone down just 1 armor, and he captures a 5-2 advantage for Eclypsia. They just need to land this next attack round to be able to take the set.
That is EP's first attacking round of the map, and it is a super important one because now Absolute Legends and the King are fighting from way behind. This defensive round would end the map, end the series, and end the day of broadcast, finish up the round of 8, and would determine who our last semifinal team will be. But the King really doesn't want that to happen. Obviously, he's still got some fight left in him. He just needs to land 3 lasers and keep this thing alive. There's 1.
Yep, that's 1, and the defenders know exactly where he's at, though, so he's going to have a rough time coming through here. No, they thought he'd be a bit farther forward, and he is able to successfully get through. She's sitting down trying to ping once again, but I love whenever you throw up the horn, your guy kind of flails around for a second as well. So
it's like they give a little cheer, but either way, 2 defenders, 3 armor remaining, 1 defender remaining for Eclypsia. The King wants to keep it alive, and he does.
All right, so King finally stepping up there, and we are going to go on for at least a couple more minutes. But again, Sheesh is on the set point, the tournament, well, not really tournament point, but I guess the match point here.
Elimination point for Absolute Legends. If they don't successfully stop Sheesh, that's going to be all she wrote. And they will have to come back in 2 weeks for the second qualifier, but it's all down to Sheesh now. I think he did actually have that successful attacking round earlier on this map Collided, so he has a chance to finish things up.
Beautiful. And a great shot on Stern around the side. So now he's split the defenders. He's going to try and make his way around. Almost took a prediction rocket to the head, but narrowly avoided that.
All right, Sheesh waiting patiently for these defenders to make a misstep, and they are both in front of him, but they do land all 3 defensive rockets to end the turn. Absolute Legends is not going down without a fight. They need this attacking round. Once again, all the marbles are on the line here for Absolute Legends. Cephas has to land this attacking round, or Eclypsia will move on into the round of 4.
And Cephas, we've known to have very strong attacking rounds as it is, so he needs to be on point here. It all comes down to this. Of course, if he ties things up, we are going to be headed to overtime, and what a comeback that would be for Absolute Legends.
Yeah, they were down, I believe, 5-2 earlier, so this would be quite a comeback if they're able to stay in it. Cephas really, really wants to land a quick defensive kill, and he gets it. Lasers recharging. He had a chance at a second one. There he does. 2 armor against only 1 defender remaining. He sees him. He has a chance to take him out or take out the goal. He's got a lot of time here to dance, and he does get it. Wow, we are going to go to extra rounds, but, you know, that's a great performance from Absolute Legends, fighting their way back, making things clutch here. This is still only game 2 as well, so if Absolute Legends does manage to make this a full comeback, we could even see a game 3.
It was 5-2, but 3 consecutive rounds from Absolute Legends. So impressive. All right, well, we see, obviously, a little bit of a different defensive strategy, I guess you could call it. Like, I'm still wondering where everyone's at the moment. He keeps expecting someone to kind of peek their heads out, but Absolute Legends not giving anything away.
They are so very sneaky. And of course, a strategy like this kind of depends on the timer. But that also is a risk you run when the KM has full control of the map and can search around freely. He just hops on top so he can try to get a good view of the defenders. 1 rocket. Oh no, he knocked him out on the map.
Yes,
did he fall out?
I believe
Stern
so.
has to run all the way back around, so it's just one defender against Lakaim. Cephas is the only player he has to get past, and there is time to cap.
But he goes down, and Absolute Legends wins their 4th round in a row.
Oh my goodness, despite the Stern sabotage, the weird defense that they chose to try and go through, things were falling apart, but Cephas saved the day there for Absolute Legends. Now it's map point for Absolute Legends. If this attacking round, if Stern can get this attacking round, then it'll go completely opposite of what Eclypsia thought that was going to happen.
Okay, well, Stern now pressure on him, but a little bit less so. His team is going to be on match point if they keep, or not match point, but map point if they keep trading defensive rounds. So Stern can take his time here, make sure that he sets up with something a little bit more effective.
Dun, 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 dun. Lots of pressure for Absolute Legends. Here we go. 3 defenders still standing, and he had a clear shot but could not connect. Also takes a rocket in the back, but he did get that trade. Now he's down to only 1 armor. Still 2 defenders. If you fall again, Stern, oh my goodness, that would be terrible. But he is going to stay on the rail, and there goes that last defensive rocket. So we are still tied up 6-6 now.
Okay, so we'll see who's on the attack for Eclypsia. It's Yeepy. And who has taken rounds this time? Looks like Yeepy and Sheesh have, with Lakaim not landing one, but of course the best overall defender so far.
All right, and Cephas is the all-star of the match, especially on that super clutch defense where Stern actually fell off the map. Yeepy is going to move forward now. Looks like the defenders are going to post up in a more traditional manner, not like we saw in that last attacking round from Eclypsia. So Yeepy is going to get a view of Stern, also to the defender on the left. Actually had an open shot on Stern as he was jumping. Couldn't quite manage it, and takes a rocket from the side.
So Yeepy down to just 2 armors, hasn't been able to pick off a defender quite yet. Pretty good position there, but can't land the open shot on Cephas. Manages to hit the harder one on the way back, though. Just wanted to set a challenge for himself.
That's right. Yeepy has 2 armors remaining against 2 defenders. This is a pretty good chance for him to actually move in. He's going to have a shot on somebody at the pole, but the other defender is going to be the determining factor. Great shot there. Very, very fast flick shot. 8 seconds left. He can possibly get this laser or hop on the goal.
And I believe that was the Cantina theme that was just going then, and he does manage to capture it. So just once again, a defensive round needed to be taken by Eclypsia, and they will be able to take the set. Of course, King was in this situation before, though, and landed his last attacking round.
That's absolutely correct. Absolute Legends, the King. Everything riding on his shoulders once more. Will he be able to have a repeat performance and send Absolute Legends to a Game 3? But we're not sure, obviously. Lakaim and Eclypsia definitely posting up. Don't want that to happen. All they would have to do is shoot this guy 3 times, and they go to the round of 4. I mean, wouldn't you want to just do that?
I would think so. They've shot him twice, so they definitely want to try for that. But, of course, the King now down to his last armor. Almost takes a shot right there. He's being chased down just a little bit. Going to try around the back here. We'll see if he can make his way out of here, and he does, avoiding the defenders for a second, but there's already 1, now 2, now 3 on the point.
The tallest of orders. Time is ticking down. 1 armor remaining, 3 defenders. Now only 2 defenders. The King actually has a chance. The goal is open to cap. Time is running out. Everything is on the line, and he goes down.
And Eclypsia advances into the semifinals to take on TCM Gaming. A great performance there from both of our teams, really all of our teams that we saw today. So our semifinals are actually set.
Man, that was really clutch by Absolute Legends. Why don't you scoot in a little bit more over here? Okay. Absolute Legends fighting their way back from 5-2 to make some very, very intense rounds there at the end. They made a great attempt. They had a great run through the bracket, and we could actually take a look at the bracket now, and we can kind of fill you guys in on what's going on. So Team Dignitas did defeat Epsilon. That was the first match we saw. Callwin did defeat Millennium International in a very tense Game 3. So it'll be Dignitas versus Callwin to start us off on Friday, on Friday's broadcast, and TCM Gaming upsetting Millennium 2-0. That was the match that was not on stream, but still very surprising result. They won their maps 6-2 and 6-2, and then that last match that we just witnessed, Eclypsia taking out Absolute Legends with some very, very exciting games on Archways and Collided. Our 4 teams, again, are going to be Dignitas, Callwin, Eclypsia, and TCM Gaming for the semifinals on Friday.
That's right, guys. So hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. Please do follow us on all of our various different social media devices, on Facebook or Twitter as @IGN Pro League, on YouTube or Twitch TV as @IPL Shootmania. On both of those, we're also available on Twitter. I'm @KevinAki. He is @AskJoshi. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific. That's very early in the morning for the European viewers.
Europeans might be asleep, but either way, I'll be hopping on and playing playing community games. If any North Americans or Europeans that are still awake want to hop on, we're going to check out the Royal mode on Thursday evenings for the next few weeks, maybe a month or two, and leading up to IPL5. We'll be checking out different game modes with the community. I'll be talking obviously about the different modes, strategies you can use. We'll take a look at different maps, hop around the server some, and just generally enjoy ourselves on the stream. So if you're in North America or you just want to stay up late and participate, that'll be Thursday tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. I guess that's 3 a.m. Central European time if you want to check that out. But that's it for the qualifier this morning / evening. Congratulations, huge congratulations to the 4 teams that moved on. To the 4 teams that did not, thanks very much for participating. There is still one more EU qualifier in 2 weeks. I think all of you are already signed up for it, so don't worry about that. I'll be in touch with you guys, and you've got one more shot at trying to get into the $100,000 IPL5 Shootmania tournament at the end of November.
Best of luck. Don't forget you can pick up a beta key as well if you don't have one over at go.ign.com/IPL Shootmania. Again, that's go.ign.com/IPL Shootmania. Jump in, start playing the game. We'd like to see you in our future qualifiers. Have a very good night, guys. We'll see you later.